some clip clopping in the.
We're gonna wait for the clip clopping.
And how tight are you? Like, that woman opened the
I know,
door.
I can't see that.
Okay.
I'm basically, I can see his gesticulations with this camera, and I'm really close on a tight shot with this camera on the right. So
Fantastic.
we're not seeing any of that
Great.
stuff. Anytime.
Okay, so I'll throw the question again. So at some point, it makes sense for you to reach out, or they reach out to you, and why did that make sense to you? Why did you say, yeah, this is a relationship that I want to build on?
So the chamber came into my life in the same way the pharmacy came into my life. Once we acquired the pharmacy, and the old owner, Miss Ruth Tittle, was on the Chamber of Commerce. She was sort of my guiding light for the navigating West Hollywood and the neighborhoods around here. And she said the chamber is a very good ally and a good relationship to have because of their relationship with the city of West Hollywood and also the relationship they have with the community. So I researched some of the stuff that West Hollywood Chamber did, and I said, I want to be a part of this organization, so how can I be a part of this? So when I spoke to Ruth, she said, I'm on the special events committee as a chair. Let me talk to the chamber and see if they have if they have positions still available, or if they want to they do voting, and see if we could put your name in and see how that goes. So I said, yeah, let's put my name in the ring and let's see what happens. So Ruth put my name in as sort of her person to take over her position, essentially. But I wasn't expecting any roles. I was just expecting to be a membership, and maybe on the board or whatever I can be more than just a regular member. And then I get a phone call saying that you've been nominated and you've been selected to be on the board of the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. I was excited because it's a new relationship. It's also gives me a chance to meet the community leaders and also the business owners in the small business, and the fact that the West Hollywood city is so small but so powerful, it's amazing to see that relationship build.
Good job. Let's talk a little bit about the health fair. Your history with the health fair and what that means to you. And
The health fair is a very engaged event for the community, where we get a lot of nonprofit organizations, a lot of volunteers, a lot of community support, along with the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, who help us out and co-sponsor this with us, along with the City of West Hollywood, who have co-sponsored this with us. But the whole event started about, I think, 17 years ago when Ruth initiated it, just to see how she could engage the community and show the relationships there are for them with the pharmacy and other nonprofit organizations, how they could help each other. And before, I guess, the internet and all this actually took over, they still needed a place to find information, especially if it was for housing, if it was for care, anything a physician. And that's how it all started. And what we also did is we got our individual vendors, like vitamin supplements, the sports nutrition supplements, all these general vendors to come out and say, hey, you know what, you are helping the community at the same time. Why don't you come out and talk about what products and what vitamins that you could provide and how that would help them. Sometimes they need that one-on-one, and this sort of gives them the relationship with the product and everything, and how. So that's how that part came in, and then we did the nonprofit organization saying that if you guys want to be involved, so that the community here could see what services you provide, and also where they could go to get some services, and that's where that came in. Then we got the physicians involved too, saying, if you're a young and upcoming physician, or if you want more patients, just talk to the crowd, talk to everyone, and see how it goes. So that's how it's all developing. The biggest thing that was happening recently is that we had the partnership with the City of West Hollywood and the Chamber of Commerce to do these events, which was great.
Perfect, nice. Let's transition now. There's some controversy and some news about legislation as it impacts independent pharmaceuticals or pharmacies. Tell me a little bit about, Stephen, are you okay? Tell me a little bit about what that means for you.
So there's that topic is a broad topic.
Okay,
And
so we're going to start with associating that topic, nice and clean from the top, about the legislation.
Okay. So we are trying to get legislative help on helping us with the new implementation of the California State Medi-Cal. And also, we're also trying to figure out ways of how we could navigate the PBMs, as they call it, the big insurance companies, which are Express Scripts, Caremark, Optum Insurance, etc. The biggest challenge that we're facing right now, and it's going to be, is the Medi-Cal cutbacks that the state is implementing. 2 years ago, the federal government created a price structure called NADAC, which is a generalized price structure for pharmacies. And that's what the reimbursements, as what we call, based upon the cost of the drug, is going to be back to us, which is fine. They did a survey and they found out what the price was, but we still have questions about how they did that survey, which we're trying to figure out if they did it properly or not. Two is the state of California, it took 2 years for them to implement that, new policy of reimbursement. So they took the cost of the drug and they added us a flat fee of service, sort of a X dollar amount, which might not be sufficient for a local pharmacy to survive on. So that's one part of the issue. The other part of the issue is that they're planning on taking back 2 years worth of monies that they paid, the difference of that amount between 2017 to now, to recoup that money from the pharmacies that they already paid, and we have 6 months to do that. So we're trying to figure out how to stop that first and figure out if that's proper or fair, and how we could go from there.
That's great. Maybe just a little, Raja, just a nice little sentence about how long you've served on the board, and just maybe just a nice little recap kind of statement. I've been on the board for X amount of years, and you know, and this is, and I think the chamber has added value for me personally in this way. Just kind of a nice one.
I've been on the board of Chamber of Commerce for, this will be my 3rd year, and it has been an amazing experience. They gave me a lot of tools to navigate the business world in West Hollywood. They set up relationships for me with the city, which was amazing. I was on the special events committee, which gave me it gave me a chance to interact with the other small businesses of how we could work together to do these events. Now I took a different role as a secretary, so it's giving me a different dynamic of approach of what else is there. So it gives me opportunity to experience different aspects of the place, and it's an amazing journey.
Nice. I'm going to ask my colleagues. Go ahead.
So maybe 2 quick things, like in terms of legislation, how has the chamber helped you address the legislative issue you mentioned?
Yeah. Okay. I like it. And Paul, anything?
Let's go with that first, and then we'll have a couple others.
Nice. How has the legislation impacted you directly?
Well, the legislation that's going to come in, which is implemented by Medi-Cal, will impact us by cutting cash flow to the business. And that is going to be a very big issue. I just found out yesterday that on the east side of Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood, a pharmacy shut its doors after a long time. This was brand new news to me. I haven't even got a chance to understand it, and if this is implemented, we will see a lot more little mom and pop pharmacies shutting down, because the cash flow is just tremendous. As it is, we are one of the only services in the healthcare industry. It's not sort of a cash on delivery kind of business, unfortunately. It's where if we give you a medication today, we don't get reimbursed until 30 days to 45 days out. So God forbid something happens in those 30 to 45 days, we might not get a check. So now if that, throw in the fact that they're gonna recoup money that they already paid us from 2 years, your cash flow is already hindered. So therefore, a lot of mom and pop pharmacies are gonna feel a lot of financial impact, like closing the doors, laying off employees, shutting down, closing hours, cutting hours, which is gonna impact patient care, because if people need to get there at a certain time after work or not, now they have to figure out how to get their medications.
Raja, can the chamber advocate on your behalf on this issue?
So yes, the chamber can advocate, and we are talking to the chamber about ways to advocate for us, but we just have to navigate the waters properly, because it is against the state board and it is also against the national federal government.
I'm going to stop you here and try to shape it a little bit better.
Okay.
The chamber can definitely advocate on our behalf in terms of the legislation.
Okay.
So just kind of flesh out that thought.
Okay. So the chamber can definitely advocate on behalf of the legislation for us.
A little cleaner, we can start again.
Okay.
Let's relax. We're not on a news show.
How would you want to say?
The chamber can really help advocate for us as a small business in
Okay.
terms of the legislation that I mentioned.
The chamber can definitely help advocate for us for the small business on the legislative side, and we're hoping to work with the chamber and figure out how to do that.
And, well, in one sentence, what would you say is the greatest positive impact the chamber is having on your business?
Yeah. What do you think is the single greatest, Raja, the single greatest impact the chamber has had on your business? And maybe just give it to us in a nice little compact sentence.
The single impact is very hard to define. The chamber has been so amazing to do so many different things for me, but I would say the biggest one would be the co-sponsorship of the health fair, and involving the city in the co-sponsorship of the health fair, which gives us a relationship with both entities and developing that relationship, and that's amazing for me.
Can we just do a lightning round
Yeah.
and go back and cover? So I'm gonna throw you a curveball.
Okay.
Because I'm the one that's gonna be sitting down editing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready for this? I wanna go back and answer pretty much everything that's already been answered, but you have 5 seconds to answer every question.
Wow. Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
So let's just give it a shot. Let's go back. Sorry, that's a curveball for you too, I realize. But I just wanna make sure that we're really
Covered.
tightening this up and covered.
Yeah.
So let's start with, can I just go ahead and ask the question?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
But look at
But
him,
it's
right? Yeah.
super
Yeah.
important that you look at me.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay.
So, the first thing is, and we'll take time here. In fact, I'm gonna shut the